Good morning everyone, it's Guy here. Hope you're really well. So just before I get into the video, just to let you know this is going to be a bit of a longer one. If you want to see the full version, then click on the link below, which will take you to the YouTube version. And there you can see all my videos in full version. A few people mentioned to me that they got cut off watching these minute shorts or on TikTok. So go to my YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe there, you can, and then you have access to all these videos I've been doing. So today I wanted to talk about prayer and really get into the subject a bit more fully. So I want to start from like the Western world vantage point of our individualism and our sort of survival mechanism that a lot of us get into, where we really live our lives from the egoic perspective of me and mine, and how this individualism actually becomes really problematic in the sense of disconnecting us to others, other people, other humans, other life beings, and great mystery herself. So prayer is an invitation for transcendence, if you like, but more accurately I'd like to use the word expansion. So we're expanding beyond the egoic self and including our psychic self, energetic self, and soulful self, all the different layers of our beautiful multidimensional beingness. Prayer invites us to access that which goes beyond the visible realm. Now, we live in a world where science and technology are becoming increasingly more and more dominant. And as much as I love science and technology, there's also limitations on these because they become a singular focus in the material world. So we start to look at the world of things and what they can do for us, especially sort of AI and robotics, which are emerging. And the flags I and many are waving is not to lose our humanity, and another flag is not to lose our divinity. Because the scientific world gives you the impression that everything can be known, everything can be understood, everything can be controlled and manipulated for our benefit. So there's this sense of dominion as we have more and more power over the world, with the world. And what it misses, in my view, in my experience, is the more subtle dimensions of existence. What about the energy that's very, very real and tangible, the flow of energy between us, the telepathy between us, the fact that we can have vision, enter imaginal realms and healing spaces, and have angelic experiences, out-of-body experiences. All these things are not explained in the current scientific model because it's still focusing on the world of things in the realm of physical creation. But as we enter the metaphysics of reality, it also invites us to go into the more subtle realms. And I invite each of us to explore that for ourselves, what happens in meditation as we follow the breath in, as we calm down, as we open up. We start to experience things which are other than the physical experience of being human. And the more we can experience these other than, or experiences of great mystery, or the invisibility, the pure energetic phenomena of existence, it changes the way we view ourselves as human beings, not just as material creatures here in a time-bound lifespan, but we start to enter into the realm of infinite beings which exist in multiple dimensions all at once, simultaneously. And this has been my experience through meditation, shamanic journeying, mystical dance, and many other different modalities and ways of experiencing, that I'm speaking to you now from the experience of different dimensions of what it means to be in my fullness. So coming back to prayer, I say all this before because prayer requires a context. Prayer for me is, at one level, asking for help. It's a recognition that I've hit my ceiling of thinking, of understanding, of trying, of efforting, and I need more. So it's a prayer to go beyond what I've currently been experiencing here, and I'm asking for support. Sometimes that support comes from another. Sometimes that support comes as a vision, as an energy, as a tingling down your spine. Sometimes it comes as a sign or a signal. It can come in many different ways. But the process of asking for help calls forth a response. So the interesting second part of prayer is asking and then listening or receiving. And it doesn't always come back the way that we ask. We can ask in words, we can ask with an emotion, we can ask with an intention or a vision, and it comes back the way it's going to come back. So it's about learning to receive a different dimensional experience through prayer, which is very, very interesting. These different languages, soul languages of images and sensations and energies. So ask and receive, but also training ourselves in the asking process, training ourselves in the receiving process. Prayer also, as I mentioned, in my experience, is about expansion. So we're expanding beyond the known self, the personality, the physical appearance. We are expanding through the conditional thought layer, often, which is repetitive thought and habitual conditioned thought. We're expanding beyond the emotional reactive layer, where we often get lost into the drama of emotion and sensation in the body, getting sensation of overwhelm sometimes. So it's the transcendence or the expansion of beyond the physical, that's the sensual, beyond the emotional, beyond the mental. And then we enter into a realm of energetic experience. So sometimes we also get lost in this, strong sensations. The body can feel hot or cold or tingling or shaking. And this phenomena is the manifestation of energy awakening in our body. So it's also the expansion through this as well, as we open up into the imaginal layers, which is the realm of vision, dreams, where energies start to get represented to us in pictures. And we can often receive huge insights and guidance and inspiration at this level. But there's another level beyond this, so we can expand our prayer, keep expanding and transcending through the imaginal realm, the dream realm, the visionary realm, to a state of pure presence. And in this pure presence, what is experienced is beingness, like the full beingness that we are. We are open in the spaciousness or the emptiness of ego, if you like, the emptiness of thought, emotion, sensation. But it doesn't mean it's empty at all, because it's full of the source energy and consciousness of pure presence, which is here alive right now in this speaking, in your listening, as awareness. So it's not some other heavenly place, it's already presently here. But in the prayerful state or meditative state, we are paying attention to these subtle realms of experience, of existence. At this level of prayerful beingness, there is no asking, there is no begging, there is no wishing or dreaming or hoping or demanding, which often prayer is used for. There is a state of silence and tranquility and contentment and connection and communion and the obviousness of our nature. So it's a resting into and as heartful presence. So what I'm sharing with you here is just different capacities for prayer and what happens in the transcendence and the expansion of our consciousness and energy. And I feel this changes our perspective from individualism, where I have to do everything by myself and survive everything or control everything, manipulate or dominate everything, and live my life just for myself. It opens up the humility in us to expand beyond the personality and include vaster and vaster realms of existence. And this changes the way that we relate as ourselves and to others and to existence. So we don't get trapped into the mortal coil. We don't get trapped into the scientific paradigm of the technological age of materialism. We don't get trapped into this timeline of here and now physical presence and only physical presence. But rather we open up the whole of Jacob's ladder, if you like, the whole multidimensional tree of life that we are, and experience our fullness. And this is a huge invitation that can happen through prayer. So I invite you to experiment. Prayer obviously exists in religion, so we can pray to our deities and the masters. We can pray to the angels, we can pray to the archetypes, we can pray with a clear, pure heart, with intention. There's so many different methods of prayer, meditation, breath. But I feel in the deepest place in my heart, the biggest prayer we can do is the one of innocence, where we really breathe in deep into our heart in a state of love. And our prayer is an expansion into the truth of beingness and the beingness of all of life and reality. This is a really vast, expansive invitation to reconnect and be the truth of who we really are. So I hope this is interesting for you. Invite lots of experimentation, lots of opening, lots of expansion, lots of purity, lots of innocence, lots of blessings. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen.